Now, our SABC News political editor, Mzwandile Mbeje, is there in Parliament. So, Mzwandile, we know that this is going to be taking place at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but just talk to us about this. I mean, this is it's a moment. It's a very big moment that we're about to witness today. But talk to us about expectations, the ruling that this is now not, well, it isn't going to be a secret ballot. It's going to be open for everybody to know in which favor they decide to vote. But you tell us more. Talk to us about what's about to happen today.
Well, thank you very much, Leanne. It is indeed a big day. It has never happened in South Africa. But you know what, Leanne, let me bring in one of our colleagues here, Lula Mamaja, people who are very familiar with this setup, to tell us, so what is expected to happen, so when and how, and what are the implications. Lulama, so we will be here at the City Hall, and of course we've been speaking about the processes that you guys have been reading through about, but now they're being put in practice. Briefly, what's going to happen?
Briefly, what is going to happen, Mzwai, is that at 2 o'clock, all the 400 members of Parliament of the National Assembly are expected to be here. And then we're going to hear an announcement saying that the item on the order paper is the debate on the Section 89 panel report. They won't be voting on the order paper. But what will happen is that then political parties will debate. For now, we don't know whether it will be chief whips of various political parties that will take part in the debate, or it will be party political leaders. We will see then, because we haven't had a program of who is going to take part on the debate. But then after the debate has been done, then the Speaker, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, will say those who are supporting the adoption of the report must say yes, and those who are against must say no. Then it depends on that outcome of what will happen. Then we will hear someone saying, I call for divisions. Then that's where voting will happen. And we know that the Speaker has declined a secret ballot. It's going to be via a roll call. That's when the person in charge of the voting process will call various names of MPs to vote for the adoption or against the report.
So this is where it becomes very interesting. So the names will be called out there publicly. We will see as the public who is voting for who. And that comes the question of the rebels within the ANC.
Mzwai, that's going to be a very challenge for me, the question of rebels, because normally when voting is done via a secret ballot, their names are called alphabetically. So it depends who is the first person who is a rebel that will be brave enough to say, I vote in support of the report. That's when then we will see others maybe following that. It depends on that very first MP who is a rebel, who will be brave enough to stand up and say, I support the report, because their names will be called and they will be standing there. It's unlike a secret ballot where we know one of the motions against former President Jacob Zuma, which was via a secret ballot, several ANC MPs voted for him, voted that they have no confidence in him, and others abstained. The ANC then couldn't take action because it was a secret ballot. They couldn't know who are those MPs. Remember, when this Protection of State Information Bill was voted, the late ANC veteran Professor Ben Turok and another ANC MP, Gloria Bowman, they voted against the Protection of State Information Bill, and the ANC dealt with them. So it's crucial who is that first ANC rebel who will stand up and say, I vote in support of Section 89 report.
Okay, assuming that the ANC votes obviously against this report, as they have said, what happens next?
If they voted against, then that's the end of the report. It will not be adopted. But if the report has receives the simple majority that it needs, then it will mean, therefore, that Parliament the report will pave the way for the establishment of the impeachment committee that will lead to the removal of President Cyril Ramaphosa from office.
Wow, thank you very much, Lulu. Well, Leanne, you heard there, it's a very, very long process. At this stage, we expect that given what the political party, the ANC, has said, they will vote against this report. But there are those in the party who have said, so we'll vote with our conscience. We've seen it done before, so that's what exactly we're going to do. And of course, my colleague Lulam has explained very well how the process will unfold, Leanne.
All right, Zwei, thank you. Busy day ahead for you, no doubt, and certainly South Africans watching on that one and relying for all of the information coming out of Cape Town with that vote expected to start or take place at 2 o'clock. Who knows how long it'll take, but that's the scheduled time.